Welcome back. Still here at Relay for Life in downtown Chipley, Florida. Here right now at Powell's Park for the annual Relay for Life. This year, Washington Homes. Here right now with Kat. Any of you who have been around the area for any time at all know Kat. She's with the Washington County News and the Holmes County Times Advertiser. And in this particular instance, on this afternoon, you're in what position with the Relay for Life?
A luminaria.
So you're not handling publicity this year?
No, not this year.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. You get a chance to experience all of the different chairmanships.
Oh, yes.
Now, Luminaria, I've been fortunate enough the last couple of years to actually read those names, and it's a pretty emotional event. It certainly, it grabs your heart, and it's a fundraising effort. It's also a way to recognize those folks who aren't with us anymore. Mm-hmm. In some cases, it's there to recognize even some of the folks who are still here with us. Where to go from here, Kat? What's the best thing about being involved with Relay for Life?
It's the ability to give back and provide support for those who are still struggling and think they're alone, and it's just a way to show them that they're not alone. They got plenty here that love and support them and know exactly what they're going through.
And I'm glad that you say that support, that letting people know they're not alone. So often we say cancer, we think chemo, and we think losing hair and all of that, maybe even some surgeries. But what we forget about sometimes is that caregiving phase, that time when they might be in remission, but they're lost. They don't know what comes next. And that's where it really takes another person to be able to hold that person's hand and give them whatever comfort is necessary at that point. This event gives us all an opportunity to see all of that big picture, I think. Is that not true?
That is true. It gives us all the opportunity to really see it for how big it really is.
What is the number this year? Well, how much are you trying to raise? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know that number exactly, but I know we're well past the halfway mark, and we're going to shoot well past our goal. And
as we've talked in the past to some of the other members, some of that money is actually generated here tonight. As you look around, there's all kinds of activities, there's food being sold and drinks, and all of those proceeds go to this cause.
Actually, we usually make well over half our goal from this one event. So the majority of what we receive is actually from the event.
Wow. So whether they attend the event or they read about it in the newspaper or see it on TV, this is an effort that goes on year-round. It's not just this one night.
Oh, no. The fight continues day and night. We're just showing that 24/7 we are ready.
And I like the fact that you embrace everybody that is affected by cancer, whether they themselves have cancer or they're a caregiver, whether they've lost somebody. Nobody is unaffected by cancer.
And that's right. Everyone knows somebody, whether it's family, friends, or neighbors. I mean, it's everyone you see on a day-to-day basis, and some of those you don't. So it's just a strong network.
We are getting ready to kick off here shortly. The opening ceremonies are always fun, and then we have the Survivors Walk, and then we start walking the track. All of the fun starts, as Jimmy Swinesburg said, the fun really starts around 11 or midnight when people get a little crazy and silly.
Get a little silly, yes.
Yeah. What's the most challenging part of being part of Relay for Life?
I believe it is pushing people through the hardest parts when they're really tired, and if you could just make it over the hill, then you can go farther than you could ever imagine. And it's just getting people to that point where they can look over and see that they've made progress and they made a huge difference, and they can go farther than they could ever imagine they could. That it's just pushing them to that point.
And you sort of tear up when you say that a little bit.
Yes.
And I understand. It's very emotional. And that metaphor applies to those who are caregivers and who may know somebody that has cancer, as well as those who are actually physically affected. Mm-hmm. So thank you for all that you do. I know that you've been a very large part of Relay for Life for several years out here. So thanks for all you do. Thanks to everybody involved in the Washington and Holmes this year, Relay for Life. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, I love it.
You're looking forward to having a good time tonight.
Oh, yes, sir.
Here right now with Kat at the annual Relay for Life. This year, the Washington Holmes Relay for Life here at Powell's Park in downtown Chipley. We're going to be here the rest of the evening. We're going to have some fun, maybe give you a rough idea of what it's like to experience that. I will guarantee you that you can't get any idea unless you actually come out here, spend the evening and on into the night, and until the next morning even. They obviously try to get people to stay overnight, and as Kat and I were just saying, that's where some of the fun really starts. Hopefully you're going to join us next year, because if you're watching it now, it's already passed, but mark your calendars. Sometime around the middle of May each year, it's Relay for Life. We'll be right back.